What's up, galactic travelers, cosmic crew? What's up? Hey guys, I promised myself today that my voice was back, that I would do a video no matter what. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really having to push myself right now to be here. And that's why it's so important that I did it. You know, for me, my soul, this new moon, which was a big one for me personally, was a huge new moon for the collective, but my Venus is at 3 degrees Virgo, which is where the new moon was. And I have all this cardinal energy. So I knew it was going to be a big transit and was so excited to do videos with you guys and celebrate it, because you know I really didn't think of course that I had much left to deal with. And isn't that funny? Isn't that our ego? And what happened for me and my soul's experience is I got really ill. This is going on the 12th day, which is why you guys haven't seen me. And I'm so grateful to all the subscribers and all the new ones. But let's be real and let's talk like, let's be real. This is a human experience that has never really been done before. I mean, this is what we signed up for. This is why everyone wants to get here, right? And it reminds me so much of being pregnant. When you know, and if you're a man, then just bear with me, okay? Think of something that everyone's telling you, just relax, just rest, you know, because when the baby comes, you're going to be so busy, so just take it easy. And all these women are coming up to you and saying, oh, I love to be pregnant. And I just remember thinking, when I was like that huge and so miserable and about to pop, and it's like you couldn't wait for it to come out of you. Just get out. And then as soon as you're done with that cycle, then, you know, the nature has this beautiful way of erasing the maternal energy, our minds, about the pain and the suffering in childbirth. And, you know, immediately a lot of women turn around and get pregnant right again because they want a family. And so my point is yeah, we wanted to sign up for this, and yes, we're here and we're so grateful. But holy crap, we're purging at such a deep level. And no matter what, no matter if you are a shaman guru on this planet right now, or you are just now waking up, or not at all conscious, these energies that are hitting us are manifesting in a way. No, there isn't anybody. And so I feel, and I've been saying this on lives, and I can't even say it any other way. For me, I've been so, I had started out with like this mucus drainage that was really, and I don't want to gross everybody out, but I mean, it started intensely like that on the first day. It wasn't like I got sick and then I had this mucus. No, it was like it just started coming out just all at once. And I really feel like at the end of this, the tonality even in my voice is going to change. And so when you're in the throes of ill, you know, feeling sick, not feeling whole, which is what all of us feel, but for me, this is how it manifested. My consciousness fell out. I'm aware of the things that I know, but we're also so disconnected right now because of these energies that are squaring and trying to really pull all this out of us. And it's deep. And so today I finally realized, hey, I'm not reaching out. I'm not telling people that I need help. Because a lot of us are so strong, and because we're starseeds, and we know we signed up for this. And when you're conscious of it and you know what's going on, then you don't want to share your energy if it's not up too high and blah, blah. And I think, for a lot of this, guys, we're done with that. Like, we need to support one another. And we so easily forget when we get in those states that everyone else is feeling it too. I've talked to people this week that, are having like anxiety about in utero experiences, when they were first born experiences. And of course the past life things, because what's happening is we're in this sifter, one of those flour sifters, and our bodies and our energies are going through these sifters, and we're being recalibrated back to an original template. So if your body is being recalibrated back to your original template, and I started really thinking about this, and if we're going back to the original, then who's to say that all these experience and these purging and these experiences that are coming up, that we're having to let go of, and that we're being heavily reminded of and forced to reconcile, is because we're the only ones holding on to it. Because in reality, those timelines are collapsing. And this is how this big shift is going to take place, right? And we already know that, every client I talk to, where were you in 2012? Because I can promise you that you're in a similar situation to where you were in 2012. And I know this because I know for a fact that we've already collapsed those timelines. And recently, 1996 is what, 96, 97, 2002. I feel like I'm bouncing back and forth between 2002 and 1996 in those time frames. And so, the past 20 years of my life, and those things are coming up too, because there's surface things about the relationship. There's so much has changed so quickly, and it's still changing, that most of us didn't have even the time or the energy or the consciousness to deal with some of the deep pain that we were feeling as we were exiting our situations. And so yesterday, for me, freaking straight up, and I'll tell the world, I had all these thoughts of Mark popping up in my head constantly. Him and this other woman. I could just see it in my mind's eye driving down the road. And then I would get another situation, at first they were all negative situations. And I know how to deal with this, right? So I'm driving and I'm like, consciousness, why do I need to see this again? What are you showing me? And then because I was feeling bad, and I was all in my feels and my emotions, and feeling like everyone else is better off than me. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy. But I was stuck there. And so I kept asking for help. And I reached out, and that's when I found out, that a lot of you guys are feeling the same way, but you're hiding it. But I was hiding too. And yeah, I couldn't talk. So, or else I would have been on here sooner. But, I thought, okay, I didn't really get an answer, except for it was clearing those emotions. Christy, you need to see that, you don't need that relationship to be your full self. It also, got really fucking real with me this week that all of this support that I perceive to have around me really isn't. And that at the end of the day, I can only really depend on myself, which is where I've been my whole entire life in this lifetime for sure. As far as getting back up on the horse and knowing that we can do it. But then I talked to Amanda today, and she did beautiful healing with me. She took the time to do it, and I'm very grateful. And I realized that my soul had me come all the way back to the beginning of the awakening experience. And why? Maybe it's for, not really sure yet. I know that we got to keep the faith, and we know that a bunch more newly awakened are coming, and one of the reasons was because I needed to feel this again. I needed to reacquaint myself with this feeling of being disconnected and this whole separation experiment that we signed up for to begin with hundreds of thousands of years ago. And here we are on the precipice, and what do? We kick ourselves back a little bit so that we can 100% recognize what this feels like and help others that are just coming online. That's one of them. The other one is that for me, I know that I share and give too much. And this is where, your zodiac, and even Maru on her Sun Soul Astrology today was talking about rising signs. And I say this a lot. Your rising sign is how people see you and perceive you. And I'm an Aries rising. All that Libra energy, but I'm an Aries rising. So what you see and what I show you is that I'm bulletproof. But I'm not. I'm the exact opposite of it. But it's my superpower. We are doing something that has never been done before. We're reincarnating on Earth. And this is an experience that no one will ever be able to take away from us. And that's exactly what it is an experience. And I had to be reminded of that. So I'm reminding you. It's an experience. You're here to witness the experience of an age shift. in all of its glory. And for the first time in human history, because of some of the decisions that in other lifetimes souls like you and I are purging and crying about right now, because we know that those decisions, while they caused pain over eons and hundreds of thousands of years, we're at the brink of where it's all gonna be worth it and why we did it. Because no matter what, we're starseeds. We love intently. We love intensely. Can I get a hoot hoot? I want to thank all you guys for hanging in there with me while I was down. And I just wanted to be real with you. Because no matter how much starseed we have, we're still human. Isn't that the point?